Welcome to New This Week for April 12th. We started off great already. Good 007 for King and Country, issue number 1. All Against All, issue number 5. Mark Millar, The Ambassadors, issue 2. We may see his name again later this episode, or we may not, but the way this guy goes, we may see it 2 or 3 times. Black Cloak, number 4, from Kelly Thompson. Born of Blood, number 6. This is taking forever. We'll get Briar, number 4. It's supposed to come out in January. It's close. Children of the Black Sun, number 4. The Great Scott Snyder and his Dark Horse book, Clear, number 2. Got Francis Manapul does the artwork. His artwork is usually pretty decent. Yeah, looks all right in here. I haven't read issue 1. I'm kind of down on Scott Snyder. He's had more misses than hits lately. Joshua Williamson, Dark Ride, number 5. And the last issue of Charles Soule's 8 Billion Genies, issue number 8. This is taking a little while to come out too, it seems like. More than 8 months. Vault Comics, End After End, number 6. And Mad Cave Studios, Exorcists Never Die, number 1. Image will publish anything nowadays. We got the giant Kokju, written by the meatheads that used to write Deadpool. So if you like Deadpool and you like the stupidity of that book, you probably like this book. I think it's the same artist too. Nice and cartoony if you like it. If you like that stuff. This book sold very well for issue number 1. It's issue number 2 of The Gimmick from Ahoy Comics. This book's an interesting book from Dark Horse. The Great British Bump Off. Story about a competition like we see here, like a Top Chef competition for I think the pastry chefs, and one person dies, and so on and so forth. It looks like there's going to be a series of killing throughout the series. Should be interesting, especially if you like those if you like those food competition shows. And we've got Griffin, Galaxy's Most Wanted, number 1 from Whatnot Publishing. Hexware, number 5. This is a great cover. It's not a $7.99 cover, but maybe some of the stuff inside will make you happy. But it's Cromer, number 4. Little Monsters, number 12 from Jeff Lemire. And we're going to go with some Madballs versus Garbage Pail Kids. Time Again, Slime Again, number 3. Probably one of the best Aftershock comics out in a long while. I mean, Black Eyed Kids was a great one, and so was Rough Riders. But Maniac of New York, Don't Call It a Comeback, number 2. I think it was the 3rd series of this book, too, and it's been great. Masters of the Universe, number 3. Tim Seeley's got a lot of stuff out, too. There's one of the other, Hexware, I believe, is a Tim Seeley book, too. Monarch, number 3. Rodney Barnes. I think that's the guy that writes Philadelphia. Oh. Mark Millar's back. Nemesis Reloaded, number 4. Nightfall double feature, number 3. Nice little horror book. Couple stories in each book. Scott Snyder, 2 books out for him this week too. Nocterra, number 13. 2 books from Jeff Lemire this week too. Phantom Road, number 2. First issue was pretty decent. Hopefully it keeps up. Wow, I haven't seen anything from Brian K. Vaughan this week. Yeah, it's still got a few books left. Maybe we'll see one. Radiant Black, number 23. I mean, Saga did come out last week, so we may not see another book from Brian K. Vaughan for another 6 months. But maybe he's got another one. Maybe he's working too. Cullen Bunn's Red Zone from AWA. Mike Diodado's artwork, his writing, fantastic. Issue number 2. The Seasons Have Teeth, number 1 from Boom Studios. Issue number 3 of 4, Space Job. And Spawn, number 340. Issue number 2, Stoneheart by Emma Kubert. The lesser of all the Kubert talent. Here we go. Some good stuff coming up now. Star Trek number 6. And if you don't get enough of it today, we can get some Star Trek Defiant number 2. Still, I still think there's more Star Wars out this week than there. We got Stuff of Nightmares, trade paperback. It was a very good selling book. And Frank Frazetta's Tales of Science Fantasy, number 1. This is a team-up we've all been waiting for. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo, number 1. Traveling to Mars, number 5, from Ablaze Comics. 2 Graves, number 6. And we're going to finish up the independents with West of Sundown, number 10. Some interesting books out of there this week. Let's see what we have here for some DC stuff. Not many. Real small week for DC. It's too bad. Because we know all us stores who make a lot of money off of DC with all the good quality titles that they put out. With more Batman. Batman Adventures continue, season 3, number 4. Wish there were more Batman books for us to be able to sell, because there are not enough. Batman Incorporated, number 7. Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, number 7. This book's a shame about this book. Danger Street, number 5. This is probably, I mean, I don't really care for Tom King anyways, but this is probably Tom King's worst book, at least in this store. I mean, even the huge Tom King fans, like our friend Rand Hall, he's even sent this packing, kicked it to the curb. And I don't fault him. Harley Quinn screws up the DCU, number 2. DC Universe Lazarus Planet, Revenge of the Gods, number 3. Mad Magazine, number 31. And we got a new miniseries from the Sandman Universe. Nightmare Country, The Glass House, number 1. Best book in the pile right here. Probably one of the best books that it's possibility that DC's putting out. Superman Lost, number 2. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, there's only one issue to go by, but that was better than most of the stuff that DC's putting out. And the end of the DC books, we got Wildcats number 6. Don't know if it's worse to end this with Wildcats or when we end the series with the next book. Can't tell. And we've got Marvel stuff. Kind of a big week for Marvel. Big week with not a lot to talk about. Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, number 3. Captain America Cold War, Alpha, Part 1. I believe the story is going between Sentinel of Liberty and Symbol of Truth Captain Americas. Brood is still going on in this book. Captain Marvel number 48. I think Marvel's purposely trying to tank this book so it doesn't sell. Because who wants to read, this is part 6, who wants to read 6 issues of the freaking Brood? It's 3 pages is bad enough, never mind 6 issues. And Captain Marvel, until this book, was a decent book. This is, the Brood, they're awful. Marvel, knock it off. Ooh, great cover. Always is. Carnage number 12. Another good cover. Alex Ross cover. Fantastic Four number 6. Ghost Rider trade paperback, The Shadow Country. I gotta give Marvel credit. They do a lot of good cover art. Too bad a lot of their inside art isn't as good on some of the stuff, and the story's kind of blah. There's something excited, something to look forward to. Got a new movie coming out. Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. This is something definitely worth taking a look at. Well, definitely worth reading. It's a little cartoony for the artwork, but I've always been a big fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy since the 90s, and then especially with the Abnett and Lanning stuff. I'll always give Guardians a check out, and a good friend Buff, he's a big Guardians fan too. Maybe next week he'll give you a synopsis on the book.
Or not.
We're gonna lean towards the not. And we've got an epic collection of Guardians of the Galaxy. Earth Shall Overcome. Marvel Voices Spider-Verse number 1. Nice thick book here. If you got $10 you want to spend, you could have, you could probably get yourself a good 30 minutes of reading. Moon Knight number 22. Sold out of the first issue of this book. We'll see what issue number 2 brings, but Predator number 2 with Ed Brisson. This guy's is a good writer too. He's on everything. Good to see he does a lot of mainstream stuff now. Silver Surfer Ghostlight number 3. Spider-Man Miles Morales number 5. Written by Dolph Ziggler. Or some Ziggler. It would be pretty cool if it was Dolph Ziggler. Kind of like that guy. Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 33. And we get to Dr. Aphra. Star Wars Dr. Aphra number 30. And here's the one you've all been waiting for. I gave Buff 4 issues. I gave him 1, and I gave him the three of the variant covers and stuff, because I mean, this is the collectability. This is the collectible book of the year. We have Star Wars Ewoks number 1. Look at that cute little cover there. Anything, Buff? All right. And he's got 4 covers.
No. No, I don't.
Yeah, we got Star Wars The High Republic number 8. Storm number 3. X-23 number 2. Deadly Regenesis. Who's Haymaker? I don't know. She'll kill him. X-Men number 21. Looks like there's some Brood still in this one, too. What's going on? What is going on with Marvel? Hey, let's just double down on the Brood. Ooh. This is going to be a good book. We got a giant snowman on the front cover. We got the X-Men Facsimile Edition, number 1. Notice the price on here. $4. DC Facsimile Edition, $7. Why? Why? And the last book of the week, and I'm sure you guys are happy this crap's over with too, X-Men Epic Collection, Legacies. There you have it. A lot of great stuff this week. Nothing that I would, I mean, everything here is I want to read it myself. I can't even say that. I can't even say that with a straight face. But hey, this is what we have. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.